When I'm getting ready for a race, there's a lot to prepare for. I have enough to worry about, but I never worry about my oil. My sled's ready. Is yours?
Welcome back, Sassy Sledders. I'm your host, Misha Johnson, and we're still rocking out here at Motorsports Plus in this quaint little town of St. Paul, Minnesota. Now, we all know you can do some pretty awesome stuff on a snowmobile. You can go trail riding, hill climbing, deep powder riding. You can do tricks. You can go zigzagging over frozen lakes. Heck, if you want to, you can go zigzagging over lakes that aren't frozen. Well, that's what we found out last summer anyways.
Summertime and the sledding is easy. But riding a snowmobile across open water is clearly not for everyone. It's known as watercross or water skipping, and the roots of the sport can be traced back to the 1970s. Back then, some sledders must have been going through a little winter withdrawal, so they came up with the next best thing, and riding on water was the logical follow-up. Today, watercross has grown into another form of snowmobile racing. The machines are modified for amphibious use. The sleds are lighter, narrower, and eco-friendly, designed to keep the gas in the tank, not in the lake. From drags to even oval laps, may the best rider win. The first sanctioned event was held in Grantsburg, Wisconsin back in 1977. And some 30 years later, the Watercross World Championships have returned to Grantsburg.
We're at the 33rd annual Grantsburg Watercross. It's an IWA event. It brings out the cream of the crop racers. Watercross is, of course, it's just that. You want to stay above the water. We have retrievers, so if you do go down, they will pull you out. Basically, the way the sleds are set up, there's buoys, it hauls them out, bring them back to shore, and we dry them out. Most sleds can be dried out in about 10-15 minutes.
The rules of the race are simple. According to the International Watercross Association and page 1 of the rule book, keep it safe. Proper helmets, riding gear, and a PFD are mandatory before a racer can skip across over the water.
We've actually ran all of our qualifying Friday, Saturday, today, Sunday. It's all finals, so now we're going down. All the top riders, the rest of the guys are going home that didn't make it. We're going to start out with drags, then we'll go into our oval event, which is kind of the premiere. A lot of people ask, what's the difference between snowcross and watercross? And there's a lot. I mean, granted, snowcross, you're hitting a lot of, you're hitting jumps and man-made jumps that are in the same spot every time. Watercross, the waves, we get 2-3 foot chops, and they can move around all the time. So you never know when you come setting into a corner what you're going to hit.
Racing snowmobiles on water is a whole lot better than keeping your sled in storage all summer. But remember that watercross should always be practiced in a closed course environment. And check your local laws and with your snowmobile clubs for the latest news on watercross.
Seriously, how cool is watercross? And you know what? I'm standing next to Jeff Fischer, my main man here at Motorsports Plus in St. Paul, Minnesota. And Jeff, a lot of people might not know this, but you were a watercross world champion. Talk a little bit about watercross as a sport.
Well, watercross is a sport, it's adrenaline rush. There's no doubt about it. You get done riding, your hands are shaking still. Coming in dry is such a fantastic thing. One thing you got to remember with watercross, so we're doing it in the summer. The cuts you saw were in the summer. The winter, there's always a chance of hypothermia setting in. One thing, safety. Always wear your life jacket, helmet, and do it at a sanctioned event where you do have the proper retrieval equipment to pull yourself back out again. Because even the best do go down, trust me.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to listen to anything you say. A world champion, everyone. All right, sled fans, don't go anywhere. Sledhead 24/7. We'll be right back.
Still ahead, the latest news from Snowshoot. Paul Mack and his Sledhead 24 test riders reveal their reports on groomed trail sleds. Trust us, folks, there's nothing well groomed about Paul Mack.